What up, YouTube? Back at you guys with another video. But you can see we got a project today. We're gonna be tilling this area, bringing in dirt, and put down some seeds. As you can see, we got a lot of rocks. And a lot of leaves. So we're gonna start with the leaves and the acorns and get them out the way. Prep for the job. All right, y'all, so now we're trying to get this yard cleaned up, ready to start tilling. And I want a clean start, so I am going to rake these acorns out the ground. You really can't see the acorns because they're so small, and getting those leaves out the way. This is extra work, which I charge for. I initially got there and I was like, leaves? What are these leaves? But I thought about it. I charge that on the invoice. Cleanup and prep, that's on the invoice that I made. And that's the reason why I do take my time to send out invoices, because I need time to think about all the steps that I'm going to be doing and make sure I'm charging accordingly. In the past, I used to rush and just give people a price on the spot, not thinking about the whole process of the job. I think it's very important that you take your time and actually think about what you should be charging. Unless you're like, you've been in the game for a long time and you just know how to charge, like on the spot. But me, I have to take videos of the job site, go back home, look at it, and then write things down, and that's how I do my invoices. So that's just my process, but I think it's a good process, because sometimes when you're out working and people ask you to do, could you give them a price on the job, and you give them a price on the spot, you could be, not in a good place to get that price. So yeah, so here I am tilling. This is my first time actually tilling a yard up. I usually use aerators for aerating and stuff like that, but I thought this was gonna be pretty rough, but it's actually not that bad. The soil broke up pretty well. It looks like it's very, very hard, but it's not. So that was a plus for this job. I'm pretty happy about that. But yeah, so we're just tilling it up and moving on to the next step. All right, y'all, so I pulled the truck to the side of the house, so I don't want to do that much travel, because y'all see how far it is down there. So yeah, so we're gonna start mixing this good old compost. This stuff look good. I wish I would have put this in my yard. It's called Queen City Compost, which is a mixture of sand and a little bit of compost, soil conditioner, I think. Queen City mix, I think that's what he said it was. We are in the Queen City, Charlotte. Let's see how good this stuff works. How far does it stretch? This is a yard and a half. The only bad part about having a smaller trailer, but it can fit in my garage. So yeah, but we're gonna get it done regardless. I do got a pitch for it, but I don't know if this stuff, so yeah, I didn't bring it. I know I use pitchfork with my mulch. Alright, y'all, so this is everything tilled up. I took out some rocks right there, and that's some rocks over there. That's what's left. Still got a few hanging around here, like big rocks. That's all I'm really worried about is like the medium, big size rocks. It's like a clay type of soil that's down here right now. Probably could get some seeds to germinate with just this, but I wouldn't take my. Once it gets dry, it's like real hard. But as you can see the color difference between the two. So we're gonna mix it in and see. All right, so I'm bringing in the dirt. The first thing that's on my mind is like, do I have enough dirt? See, I'm like spreading it out. I'm trying to see how much am I going to be able to cover. I measured the job prior to doing it, and I came out with 2 yards. So my trailer only holds 1.5 yards. I don't have no sides of my trailer, so I only got 1.5 yards on there. So I was like, okay, I will probably have to go back to the dump. I mean, not the dump, but the material place and get more compost. So I'm just trying to see where I'm at, and I'm trying to see how far this will stretch, but I don't want to short the client. So what I start to do is, instead of spreading it, I'll just bring it out, putting them in piles to see how far it would stretch. And I wanted to have, after I have everything covered, I wanted to have some left over so that I can top dress the seeds. So I was a little eager to see how far I'm gonna stretch it. So I was spreading out a little bit more, but towards the end, I just went ahead and made little piles to see how much I was gonna cover. We finally got all this soil spread it out across the whole yard. So, you know, that's the hardest part of the job, as I mentioned before. So after this, things started to start rolling. I do have to say, I had to go back and get more dirt. This was just to cover the bottom half of the yard, but I wanted to top dress. So I went back and I got more dirt, and that's when things started to run smoothly. After that was pretty much finalizing the job. The most important part of the job is putting down the seeds. Okay, so yeah, we're putting the seeds down pretty heavy, approximately 8 pounds per 1,000 square feet. You want to put that down heavy when you're establishing a line. Usually when you have established line, you run about 4 to 6 pounds per 1,000 square feet. But yeah, I want it to be heavy because I want to see a lot of germination. I want this yard to be thick and lush. So yeah, and then we're putting down the starter fertilizer. We're running the 18, 24, 12. putting that down, getting it, in the soil, and we're gonna come back behind all this. As you can see, everything's covered down here. But after we're done with this, we're gonna come back and we're gonna put another layer, like a top dress layer of the compost. And I didn't have no fancy method to doing this. I'm just gonna throw the dirt out like that. And yeah, that's just 1 inch of coverage is really what I was going for, or just to cover the seeds. And I'm gonna work the seeds in with a rake. And yeah, that's it. Once the client starts to water it, it will definitely start to work its way down. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I would like to thank you guys for making it this far to the video. This is Darnell with Takeaways Lawn Care. I want to appreciate everyone for watching the videos and interacting. And yeah, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.